What it do, what it do, what it do? Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, what it do, what it do, Half and Jane family. Welcome back to the channel, baby. It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back
With another reaction video.
All right, y'all, so we back with another reaction. Happy Friday, everybody out there.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Hope everybody enjoying the weekend. Let me know who we react to today.
We are reacting to Milo Yiannopoulos, I believe. I hope I'm saying his last name right. And the commentary is Effortlessly takes apart Black feminist NAACP president.
All right, so this should be interesting right here. So, hope y'all ready for this reaction. But before we jump into it, everybody's out there who have not yet subscribed to the channel,
Yes.
go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on. Like and share this video.
Yes.
And comment down below, baby.
Down below.
Come and join
Come
the squad,
on.
man. Half and Jay. We over here kicking off what?
Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. Boom.
All right, let's see what he's talking about.
Hi. Okay. My name is Tanae. I'm the current president of our NAACP chapter.
Great.
And so I just have a few questions. During your entire presentation, I noticed that you failed to mention that feminism is the belief that men and women are equal. So do you not think this? And then also, I noticed when you were talking about America's values and about how great America is, you failed to mention that our nation was built on the power of white men without the acknowledgement of Black people, the Indians, women at least. So do you not think that men and women are equal? Do you not acknowledge the problems that we have here in America that does, in fact, not make America great?
All right. No. Let's be respectful.
I mean, not triggered. I understand how to handle myself, unlike some Trump supporters.
Guys. It was a perfectly reasonable, respectful question. Let's be respectful.
Thank you.
On the first half of your question, women don't agree with you. Fewer than 1 in 5 women in America describes themselves as a feminist, even though over 85% of them believe in inequality between the sexes. Why? Because they know that feminism has become something different now. They know that the feminism you're talking about, it's very convenient, isn't it, to sort of treat men like shit. And then when people say, I'm not a feminist, say, oh, but feminism's out of quality. That's not what feminism has become. It's not what feminism is anymore. Feminism is a mean, vindictive, spiteful, nasty, man-hating philosophy.
So
that has
why
very
would you
little, well, let me finish
promote-
because I'll let you finish, okay? That has very little to do with the equality of the sexes and a lot to do with man-hating. And the way that you know that is women are abandoning it in their millions. Women don't want feminism anymore. They have rejected your version completely. They don't agree with you. In the UK, the numbers are even worse. Just 7% of women in the UK describe themselves as feminist, despite the fact that 92% of women in the UK believe in equality of the sexes. It's very clear what's happening. They don't believe that those two things mean the same, because if they did, they'd give the pollsters the same answer to both those questions. Women know that feminists say one thing and do another. Women know that the primary purpose of feminism these days isn't to promote equality, it is to beat down on men. So you've lost, you have a big PR problem on your hands, and when you come up and say, well, how dare you not mention that it's actually just about equality of the sexes, don't you believe in equality of the sexes? I very clearly said in my speech multiple times that I do, and that I love women, that I care about them. But,
He kind of reminds me of Ben Shapiro. Is that his name? Shapiro? How fast he talks when he talks and explains his thing. He kind of reminds me of Ben though.
And say, well, how dare you not mention that it's actually just about equality of the sexes? Don't you believe in equality of the sexes? I very clearly said in my speech multiple times that I do, and that I love women, that I care about them. But, this sleight of hand that feminists play when they're perfectly happy to treat men like shit and spread these conspiracy theories about the patriarchy, these lies about the wage gap, lies about campus rape culture, and then turn around and play the victim and play innocent and say, oh, feminism's just about equality. Give me a break. Give me a break.
So,
He made a pretty decent point right there. What you feel? What you think? He made a pretty good point?
He made a good point, because women, feminism nowadays, it has changed. I don't agree with the male bashing and I don't need a man, and You know,
Right.
I'm not with all of that.
Right.
But he made a good point.
Wasn't there a woman on YouTube that be on there bashing men?
You said on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, kind of like, was you showing me something? Like some lady that was on there, like, talking bad about black men and stuff like that, or just men in general, period?
Oh, she was talking about black men.
Yeah.
She,
So like women like her, then you talking about you're referring to, right? Or no?
I mean, but I guess it's just one particular race she's talking about.
Right. Okay.
So it's not all men. It's
Gotcha. So
black
so
men.
she was just talking about one particular race.
Race.
Then. Gotcha.
So,
As to your second part of your question, I get some shit from conservatives for this answer, by the way, but I agree with you. I agree with you that there are structural historical problems in this country. I agree with you that the black community has been treated like hell by both Democrats and Republicans. I just don't think Black Lives Matter is the answer. I don't think that throwing your toys out the pram and burning your own cities is the answer. I think better schools would help. And I think if black people really wanted to improve their lot and improve their situation, they would start voting for Republicans. Because
Yeah, I want to rewind that part and go back to it, but he made a good point too about as far as they wouldn't be burning down their community,
Right.
you know, stuff like that. I was watching something also on YouTube that this black man said the reason why they burn down the buildings when they riots and stuff like that is because they don't own nothing. Ain't nothing theirs anyway. So they're like, why not burn it down? If we don't own it, they don't allow us to have anything, you know, to own anyway, so why not burn it down? And then somebody said, well, how do you expect to or your community to grow if you burn everything down? How do you expect your businesses that's in your community to stay there if you keep burning them down every time you know, so-called riot occurs or a so-called issue occurs with a different race? Why continue to burn down your own community though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And your community can never go grow.
Right.
Everybody gonna move out of the community.
It makes absolutely no sense.
You know?
It's like where we live. It's like we've had a riot for years now.
Yeah.
I think buildings shut down. Our mall is closed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and one's looking like it might close somewhere in the future, in the near future, because, you know, but
it's ran down. I'm ready to move.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm ready to go.
right, to a whole other planet.
Right. It's just unfortunate.
Democrats and Republicans, I just don't think Black Lives Matter is the answer. I don't think that throwing your toys out the pram and burning your own cities is the answer. I think better schools would help. And I think if black people really wanted to improve their lot and improve their situation, they would start voting for Republicans. Because when they do, and when people police properly, black lives are saved. Bill Clinton, who signed the crime bill in which took thousands of black dads out of families and threw them in jail, the terrible, pointless, awful war on drugs, right? Replacing, you know, the black dad with the state, which is what Democrats have systematically tried to do to you guys for generations. And Black Lives Matter's response isn't to say,
Damn, man, when they put it like that,
It's the truth.
yeah, it kind of makes sense though.
It makes a lot of sense.
You know,
You know?
'cause they did substitute the fathers for the county.
Right. Like
That was the bread and butter.
that's what
That was-
started. I don't need no man.
Right, exactly,
I don't need no man.
exactly.
I got the county that got my back.
Right, and then that song "No Scrubs" came out with TLC. And that really shot it through the roof after that.
It's just the mentality of our people. I mean, it's a lot of people waking up and changing their situation, but it's a whole lot stuck and that's complacent and just want to stay in that spot and build absolutely nothing, and not learn anything.
Right,
It's very, very sad to watch.
right, yeah, very, very sad.
to you guys for generations. And Black Lives Matter's response isn't to say, we're going to try voting for the other guys because 40 years of this hasn't worked. What we want is better schools so that a poor black child who is smart could go to Harvard. They don't do that. They cause a fuss, they block a road, and they burn their own towns down. So yeah, I agree with you that there's a problem. But I think we probably have very, very different prescriptions for that.
Yeah. That's it, right? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I know a lot of people say, you know, why you guys go away from music and, you know, why you guys doing this, doing that with the bam. But a lot of people gotta understand something. In order for the world to get better and to change, you have to educate yourself.
Right.
You have to start knowing about what's really going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you keep just going off of what others is telling you, that they haven't even done no fact finding themselves, then
You'll be lost.
you always gonna be misled. You know what I mean? So it's like, why do people always want to fault you or point at you for seeking the truth?
Right.
You know what I mean? For seeking information. Why does people fault you for that? Just like, again, people, it's like it's a punishment for becoming successful. You know, when you become successful and you want to maybe, you know, post your house that you just bought, you're flaunting it. You're rubbing it in people's faces and oh, well, I can't get that and this, that, and the third. And you know what I mean? It's like, why you can't get it? You can do the same thing I just did.
Right.
You got the same 24 hours I have.
People like to be lied to, and when being talked to, they like to hear the sugar-coated version because it makes them feel better about their situation instead of hearing the truth, because the truth is going to make you change. It's going to make you better.
Right.
If you know better, you do better.
Right.
And a lot of people are, like I said, are just stuck and complacent in the way they think, way they move, and don't mind waiting on the state to send money every month.
Right.
Because they are content. They do not want to learn, grow, change. They're staying stagnant and stuck.
Yeah, neutral.
And and we get called the Uncle Toms, the, you know what I'm saying, the Sambo, all that. So, hey, whatever.
Right.
I want to be called an Uncle Tom.
Based off of the information that we had,
That we learned,
that we learned off of. So, and that's what I mean by going out researching information. You know, me and another guy were just talking about this earlier today about, you know, you only taught what you was around. You know what I'm saying? How you was raised and, you know, things like that. So, but anyway,
Education is key.
education is key.
And, you know, I've heard it my whole life, you know, from elementary school on. And it didn't click with me until we started doing these reactions, because I was just going by word of mouth. I wasn't educating myself or even watching videos or listening to anything to expand my mind and broaden, you know, my mind. And
I definitely never followed politics like that.
right, me neither.
You know what I mean? Still don't really follow it, but
Right.
you know, I have learned, you know, what's what now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's what. So, you know, but anyway, anything else you want to add to that?
I have nothing to add.
No? Nothing else to say?
It's just wake up those who are asleep. Like, wake up, change your situation.
Right.
I'm changing. If I'm changing, you gotta change.
You got
Because
to.
your girl was there before. Your girl, I was there, very depressed, very, you know, I didn't have the drive. It's,
Because it was handed to you. Everything was handed to you.
well, I worked, you know.
Well, yeah. Well,
But yeah,
that's what
I did.
That's
It
what I
was
mean.
handed to me,
Right.
and I didn't appreciate a lot of things because it was, you know, I was complacent. I was stuck,
Right.
and I didn't, you know, I had no motivation or drive. You know, I'm stuck with 3 kids, single mom, just
Right.
the
typical.
the stereotype. Stereotypical black woman.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're gonna try to get out of that cycle, break that cycle.
Oh yeah, it has to.
And you know, and this is what we do these videos for, to open up others' eyes out there that was blinded like we were. You know what I
Empowerment.
mean? Right. So share the knowledge. That's what it's all about. Sharing knowledge and expanding it to others. That way, you know, like I said, that's where the only way the world is going to become better is by everybody being on the same accord. And again, you're not going to always have the same beliefs.
Right.
But for the most part, though, you know what I'm saying? That
Just aiming towards a better world.
Right. And just to understand the other person's
right, be open-minded.
Right, opinions and how they and put yourself in their shoes and understand why they feel the way they feel. You know what I mean? You got to understand why they feel the way they feel. Yeah, have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because if you didn't, it's kind of like a person who's you know, who has got paralyzed, right? Can't run and jump no more, just down and third, versus a person who's still out there moving around, jumping and playing. You can't relate to that person.
Right.
But if you sit down and have a conversation with them and get an understanding maybe why they have different mood swings, why they're up and down sometimes, it's because of their condition now. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, and how to handle it. You know?
Right.
So, but anyway, let's jump into the shout out.
Okay, first shout out goes to Richard Martin. What's up, Richard Martin?
Richard Martin, what's going on with you, man? Shout out to you.
Yes.
Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Let us know what your thoughts are about it. Leave a comment down below, and we'll get back with you in the next video.
Second shout out goes to John Nicholson. What's up, John Nicholson?
John Nicholson, what's going on with you, man? Shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Also, let us know what your thoughts are.
Yes.
Leave the comments down below, and we'll also get back with you in the next reaction video.
Yes.
Anything else?
I have nothing else to add.
All right, y'all. So in the meantime, I'm going to do my little thing, and we'll catch y'all in the next reaction video. And listen, she don't know this yet, but she about to know it now. When we hit 1 million subs, we'll get her to smoke a blunt on camera, dog. When we hit 1 million subs, we'll get her to smoke a blunt. She got to hit at least one time. At least once for the 1 million?
I mean, it's a lot of things I could do for the 1 million.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? For the people, though. You know what I'm saying? I know they want to see Jay do a little choky choke. You know what I'm saying? Y'all put a thumbs up, man, in the comment section. Y'all want to see Jay do a little choky choke when we hit that meal ticket. You did?
I dug.
All right. So in the meantime, we out this day, man.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.